And for your Biscuits, who are 9-16, they are in 4th place in the South Division. It'll be Garrett Whitley setting the table once again. He is in left. Miles Mastroboni moves from shortstop to right field tonight. He will hit second. Batting third and playing in center, Cal Stevenson. Ford Proctor will catch. He'll bat 4th. Jonathan Aranda is the second baseman. He will hit 5th. Batting 6th and playing first base, it's Seaver Whalen. Hitting 7th and playing 3rd, Jim Haley. Kaleo Johnson is the DH. He will bat 8th, and rounding out the order for the Bunter and Blue will be the shortstop, Jake Palomaki. And Shane Boz still looking for that elusive first victory at this level. The right-hander Boz is 0-4 with a 3.57 earned run average. Once again for the Biscuits, it's Whitley, Mastroboni, Stevenson, Proctor, Aranda, Whalen, Haley, Johnson, Palomaki. Biscuits are trying to get back on track. They had a dramatic comeback victory in the series opener on Tuesday night, ripping off 5 runs in that 8th inning, including Ford Proctor's go-ahead grand slam for the 5-2 win. Last night, though, Biloxi scored 4 runs in the first, and the Biscuits were not able to catch them the rest of the night. Biloxi took it 9-5, and so we get ready to play Game 3, where the rain is still falling lightly here at Riverwalk Stadium. 73 degrees here in the capital city. Winds out of the southwest at 4 miles an hour. And those game time conditions are brought to you by WSFA News. Live, local, now. Let's play Game 3. Biscuits and Shuckers. Shane Boz ready. And here comes the game's first pitch to Tyler Freeze. And it's a strike right down the pipe. And off we go at 7:14 p.m. Central Time. So not too long a rain delay. We were supposed to start at 6:35 tonight. Almost a 40-minute one. Here's an 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good lively fastball at 94 to Tyler Freeze, the switch hitting second baseman, who's hitting 273. No home runs, 3 RBIs. He's batting left-handed against the righty Boz, working from the first base side of the slab. He holds it at the belt and delivers. Swing and a miss. Got him on the off-speed changeup, 84. And Shane Boz starts tonight's game with what he does best, and that's ringing up batters. Next batter is Bryce Terang. Boz now has 36 strikeouts on the season. He came in with 35, obviously, the 5th most in the Double-A South. Now the first pitch to Terang is cut on and foul-tipped, and it is 0-1. Dexter Kelly is the home plate umpire tonight. Dylan Wilson is over at third. And Tyler Jones, the crew chief, is at first. 1 away, nobody on, no score in the top of the first. And the 0-1 pitch is bounced in. There is Shane Boz's first one out of the zone tonight. And it is 1-1. Bryce Terang is the Brewers' number 2 prospect. Hitting 269 so far. The 1-1. Swing, and this ball is stroked deep to left, but it will bend foul. Hits off the roof of the pergola over there in the Whistle Stop Grill. And now it's 1-2 to the left-handed hitting shortstop. Bryce Terang, whose father was a big leaguer for a hot second. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and cracked out of play to the left again. Still 1-2. Bryce's dad, Brian, played in the majors with the Seattle Mariners between 1993 and 1994. That was before Bryce was born. And here comes Boz with a 1-2. Swing, and that one's grounded sharply foul to the right. Hits off the screen in front of the Shuckers dugout. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Brian Terang had 1 career home run at the major league level, and it was hit off Jimmy Key at Yankee Stadium in 1994. The pitch. Swing and another one corked the other way again. It's out of play one more time, and the count holds at 1-2. That's a nice memory to have, though, huh? I was in the big leagues. I had one home run, and it came off Jimmy Key, a World Series winner. Now another 1-2 from Boz. Swing and another one deposited back this way. Boz tried the changeup again at 85, and even though Terang was out in front, he still nicked it. This is quite an at-bat for the second hitter of the game. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Here it is. Swing, and it's a liner into right field, a base hit, and Terang wins this one. That will roll all the way to the base of the wall. It stops there, and Terang is into second with a stand-up, one-out double. What an at-bat by the Brewers' number 2 prospect. Really made Boz work for it. And Terang picks up double number 4 this season. So that'll bring up Jamie Westbrook. Right-handed hitting left fielder. No score early in this one as it continues to drizzle here at Riverwalk Stadium. Boz's pitch misses away, ball 1. That pitch at 94. Westbrook is a diminutive figure at 5'9", 193, but he can swing it with the best of them. And we've seen him do that against the Biscuits for no shorter than 4+ years now. The 1-0. That one's grooved in on the outer rail, strike 1. We've talked about it through the first couple of games this series, but Jamie Westbrook has played in the Southern League / Double-A South now since 2016. Every year since then, except for 2020, of course. The 1-1 swing and a tapper that jumps off the mound. There's Palomaki fielding it, or I beg your pardon, Jonathan Aranda behind second base. He'll make a nice backhanded spear of it, and his throw to first was in the dirt, but Seaver Whalen picks it out and gets Westbrook. Terang advances to third on that 4-3 putout. Good play, though, by Jonathan Aranda. Kind of a ski jump shot off the pitcher's mound there. Aranda kept his cool, though, made the play, and now here's Lucas Ursig with a runner at third. The pitch zips in there, strike 1. 96 from Shane Boz. Ursig is hitting .275. Westbrook, who was batting before him, hitting .281. As Boz comes downhill with the 0-1. That one's in the dirt. Good block, though, by Ford Proctor. The first 5 batters in this Biloxi lineup are hitting .269 or better. But the last 4 in the lineup are hitting .182 or worse. Kind of a tale of 2 halves of the lineup. Now the 1-1 to Lucas Ursig. Swing and a foul tip. Ursig was late, and Boz went with another 96-mile-per-hour heater. We'll give you the Biscuit defense quickly. Jim Haley's at third. Jake Palomaki is at shortstop. Jonathan Aranda at second. Seaver Whalen at first. Then left to right, it's Garrett Whitley, Cal Stevenson, Miles Mastroboni, and Ford Proctor catching Shane Boz. And here he comes with a 1-2. Oh, it's just inside. And Ford Proctor tried to frame it, but the ball jolted in and out of his mitt. So now it's 2-2 to the left-handed hitting first baseman Lucas Ursig, who is also a two-way player now. We have not seen him pitch out of the bullpen yet for Biloxi, but I'm sure that that is coming. The 2-2. Swing, and that's a rocket hit to first, but Seaver Whalen is there to squeeze it. He wasn't right on the line, just a few steps to the left of it, but perfectly positioned was Seaver Whalen to take away that RBI single at least. And good job by Shane Boz. One strikeout, he allows a double, but nobody scores, and the Shuckers leave a man at third. We go to the bottom of the first, 0-0 early in Game 3. Biscuits coming up for the first time tonight as we go to the bottom of the first here in Game 3. Shuckers went 4 and out in the top half of this inning against Biscuit starter Shane Boz. And now we'll see what Shuckers lefty Leo Crawford has in store. First up for the Biscuits, the right-handed swinging left fielder Garrett Whitley. Left against right. Here comes Crawford with a very interesting delivery. It's a windup, but it's almost like he's throwing from the stretch. The 1-0. That one's low, 2 balls and no strikes. So Crawford, what he appears to be doing is starting on the rubber, and then he makes the first motion home, but then he stops. And now he wiggles his backside a little bit as this one is wrecked into left center, but coming over and making an incredible diving catch to his right was the center fielder Mitch Longo. Oh man, what a play. He supermans a base hit away from Garrett Whitley, who rocked that pitch. Oh, that hung in the air in the gap, and you can see Leo Crawford right there extending his arm, acknowledging that amazing catch by Mitch Longo. Full extension by the center fielder there. So one away, and now here's Miles Mastrobuoni. And Crawford pours in strike one to the left-handed hitting right fielder. Well, what a way to begin Game 3. If Mitch Longo does not make that play, Garrett Whitley might have himself an inside-the-park home run. As this one's fouled back by Mastro, and it's 0-2. Crawford, though, has a little bit of Johnny Cueto in him, and by that I mean just kind of doing whatever you want to throw off the batter's timing. Different wind-ups. There's the wiggle, and there's the release, and the pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cueto, of course, a right-hander. Crawford, a lefty, but he is employing similar tactics to the Giants' right-handed starter. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called as that one blazes over the outside corner.
Number 4, Cal Stevenson.
So Mastrobuoni is down looking. And there are quickly 2 away for Cal Stevenson. Let's give you the Shucker defense. Cam Devaney is at third. He's the only infielder on the left side of the diamond right now. The pitch is outside to the left-handed hitter Stevenson. Playing up the middle is the shortstop Bryce Terang. Over at second, Tyler Freese. Lucas Ursig is at first. And then left to right, it's Jamie Westbrook, Mitch Longo, and Chad Spanberger. The 1-0. That one is downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. This was the scouting report on Shuckers' series opener starter, Ethan Small, that he would vary his tempo and delivery to throw off hitters, much the way that Leo Crawford is trying to do right now, as that one misses low and away. And it is now 3-0 to Cal Stevenson. Cal hit his first Riverwalk Stadium home run last night, and he belted it over the right center field wall. It's his second this season, as he awaits the 3-0 from Crawford. There's a swing and a ball bounced gently to the right, but it's foul, and now it's 3-1. Stevenson going after the 3-0 pitch right there. Biscuits come in with a .218 team batting average, which is 6th best in the 8-team AA South. 3-1. That was a more rapid delivery, a sped up motion there from Leo Crawford. As he fires in strike 2, and now it's a full count. The payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, and Stevenson walks.
Catch number 8, Ford Proctor.
And that's something that Cal Stevenson and the Biscuits have been quite good at this season, drawing walks. For Stevenson, it's his 14th, and that is 4th most in the AA South. His teammate Jake Palomaki has the 5th most, I beg your pardon, with 15. So Cal is 6th, and then Ford Proctor is 4th with 16, and he's the man at the plate right now. The pitch is a little low from Crawford. Ball 1. Our multimedia specialist, Jared McCarthy, not sure if you caught the sound effect when it was a 3-2 count, but I definitely heard the count from Sesame Street laughing. The 1-0 is high 2-0, and this is something that I was thinking about on the drive home from Mississippi because, well, it's a 4-hour drive and got to think about something. You can't do all podcasts or music or phone calls. You need some downtime as Brent Diaz goes out to the mound to talk with Crawford. But I was thinking it would be funny if we did something with the count for a full count. You could do the count from Sesame Street stuffing himself with food. That would work. But we get the laugh right there, and the 2-0 pitch is outside, ball 3. So anyway, got to give a tip of the cap there to Jared McCarthy for implementing that idea. Sounded good. Now the 3-0 pitch, right down the chute, strike 1 to Ford Proctor, who hit his first AA home run in the 8th inning of Tuesday night's series opener. It was also a grand slam, a go-ahead grand slam. Biscuits won it 5-2. And now Crawford throws to first. Stevenson gets back. We're scoreless here in the bottom of the first, with Stevenson on first and 2 outs. Proctor ahead in the count, though, 3-1. Left on left. Here comes Crawford back to first. And you know, when the Biscuits put together their best season ever in 2019 with their 88-50 record, they hit 2 grand slams all season. This Biscuit squad in 2021 hasn't even played a full month, and they have hit 2 grand slams. 3-1. There's a check swing roller foul to the left side. It's probably a little damp as Morgan Ensberg picks it up and tosses it into the seats. But it's another full count. Cal Stevenson has the other grand slam, by the way. He hit his on May 7th at Tennessee. 3-2. Swing, and Proctor strokes a liner out into center. Mitch Longo's out there, though. He'll angle back to his left and make the catch to retire the side. Biscuits get a walk to Cal Stevenson, but that's it against Leo Crawford, who walks one and strikes out another. And we go to the second. 0-0 our score. We go to inning number 2 back here at Riverwalk Stadium. A little damp out there tonight, but we're playing through it after a rain delay of almost 40 minutes before the start of this Game 3. 3 more games to go after this, so we will reach the halfway point at this game's conclusion. Shane Boz back to work. He has thrown 19 pitches already, 15 for strikes though, and his first one is swung on and fouled back by Peyton Henry, the right-handed swinging DH and number 5 hitter. Henry is the Brewers' number 19 prospect, playing in his 19th game of the season. He's done well so far, a 286 average, a couple of doubles, a home run, 5 RBIs. Boz to the plate with an 0-1. And that one zips over the outside corner, strike 2 at 95. And let's be honest, 286 is like the new 320. Coming into tonight's game, the AA South has 6 hitters that are batting 300 or better. The pitch. Swing, and this one is yanked on the ground to short. A multi-hopper, which Jake Palomaki takes care of. He gloves, he slings to first, and there's one gone.
Right fielder 45, Chad Spanberger.
So good play over there by Jake. And the next batter is the right fielder, Chad Spanberger. Left-handed hitter. Shane Boz, though, making start number 6 to his 2021 campaign. He still doesn't have a win, though, at the AA level. The pitch zooms in there for strike 1 at 97 at the knees. It really hasn't been his fault, though, because in his 5 starts, he's pitched well, 0-4 with a 3.57 ERA, but the Biscuits have scored just under 3 runs per start for him. The pitch, swing and a miss, 96 on that one, and it's now 0-2 to Chad Spanberger. Boz's last 4 starts have resulted in losses, but again, he's pitched well in just about all of them. Here comes an 0-2. Swing and a miss. Well, Boz makes quick work of Spanberger. Took a little something off that one at 87, and it's strikeout number 2 for Shane Boz. Boz last started on Friday night at Mississippi, was cruising along in that game until he allowed 4 runs in the 5th inning. Those were his only 4 runs that he allowed on 5 hits over the 5 frames, as Cam Devaney swings through it. Strike 1 at 97. Boz also struck out a season-high 10 in what turned out to be a 10-6 loss for the Biscuits against the M-Braves. That was on Friday night at Trustmark Park in Pearl. Here comes an 0-1. Another good-looking off-speed pitch at 87 for strike 2. Nobody on, 2 gone, top 2. 0-0 our score here in Game 3. The set, and now the 0-2 from Boz to Devaney. Oh, man. Tried to put it at the very bottom of the zone at 94. Looked like he did. But home plate umpire Dexter Kelly says it was just a smidge low. So it's 1-2 to Devaney, who is hitting just a .167, 10 for his first 60. The 1-2, swinging a foul back. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And Cam Devaney is the one who is making the jump of all jumps. He spent 2019 in rookie ball playing for a team called the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Out in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The pitch. Swing, and this one is pulled foul to the left. Still 1-2. Doesn't get much more Colorado than that name, huh? The Rocky Mountain Vibes. And I think their logo is a s'more, like a marshmallow smushed between two graham crackers with some sunglasses on and maybe some fire as hair. The Rocky Mountain vibes. The 1-2. Swing, and this is a nubber to third. Going down to scoop it is Jim Haley, and his throw to first is perfect. That retires Devaney. Probably not vibing so much after that ground out. Maybe we can get some John Denver coming back. Little Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. We go to the bottom of the second. 0-0 early at Riverwalk. Johnny D bringing us back to Riverwalk for the start of the bottom of the second. Jonathan Aranda at the plate against Leo Crawford, and the first pitch from the lefty is down and away, ball 1. That's a great song, isn't it? Rocky Mountain High. Colorado, John Denver. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it too is down and away for ball 2. Jonathan Aranda, who was at the plate, bopped his first Double-A home run last night. Went 1 for 4 with that home run to right after being called up on Tuesday from High A Bowling Green. A good start for him as the 2-0 pitch is in there at the knees for a strike. And now it is 2-1. Aranda just 1 for 7 so far at Double-A, but he does have the round tripper, and he awaits the 2-1. He swings and he bangs a base hit on the ground into right. That pitch was a little off the plate, and Aranda looked like he was out in front of it, but he got enough of it and tugged one into right for a leadoff single. So make it 2 for 8 to begin his Double-A career. And the next batter is Seaver Whalen, the right-handed hitting first baseman. Well, Leo Crawford, the guy on the mound for Biloxi, is 24 years old as he throws, and Whalen swings and flips one out into right. It's falling fast, and it is in there for a base hit. Chad Spanberger was going after it, and the right fielder put his glove up as that one was sinking, and it looked like he was going to get to it, but I think that was all part of the illusion. He was perhaps trying to throw off Jonathan Aranda, who had to scurry to second after that one landed. But it's a base hit for Whalen, and here come the Biscuits in the bottom of the second, a couple of leadoff singles. Crawford, though, as we were saying, 24. This is his 5th start of the season for the Shuckers, but it's his 10th at the Double-A level. He's already in his 6th season of pro ball. Spent 2019, though, in the LA Dodgers organization. Left to right, first one to Haley is on the way, and that one misses inside for a ball. Made 16 starts and 3 relief appearances for High A Rancho Cucamonga. Almost sounds like Cowabunga, doesn't it? But it's Rancho Cucamonga. It's about an hour east of LA. As Haley drills one into the gap in right center field. Back goes Longo, and that one's off the very top of the wall. Longo plays the carom. Here comes Aranda, and the Biscuits are on the board 1-0. An RBI double for Jim Haley, who plays a little wall ball off the Wind Creek sign. And the Biscuits appear to be seeing Seaver Whalen make that Leo Crawford just fine. Whalen is at third. Jim Haley with his 5th double and 6th RBI. And we haven't been able to say this in a little while. The Biscuits strike first. Kaleo Johnson is up next. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. And the first pitch is a changeup in the zone for strike 1. Crawford, though, 19 appearances for High A Rancho Cucamonga in the Dodgers organization in 2019, and then 5 starts and a relief appearance at Double-A Tulsa. Pitch in there. No, it's low. 1 ball and 1 strike on the 89-mile-per-hour fastball. That's the Double-A Tulsa Drillers, formerly of the Texas League, now of what I believe is called the Double-A Central, with San Antonio and Wichita, Kansas. The 1-1, swing and a squibber foul to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kaleo Johnson. And Crawford put up good numbers at both stops, High A Rancho Cucamonga and Double-A Tulsa. His ERA in High A 2.96, in Double-A 2.37. His 1-2 sinks low, and now it's even. In fact, Crawford was named a 2019 MILB.com Organization All-Star for the Dodgers. But then, in the pandemic, he was traded to the Brewers. 2-2. That's low as well. And it's a full count again. And Crawford was traded for right-handed pitcher Corey Knebel back in December of last year. So not too long ago. It's about 6 months. Now the payoff. Johnson swings and fists one back this way. Still 3-2. But perhaps the most unique thing about Leo Crawford is where he comes from. Because Crawford hails from Nicaragua. Yeah, he's from the city of Puerto Cabezas, which I believe means head ports in Spanish. 3-2, swing, and it's pulled weakly foul to the left side. Scoreboard says 3 balls and 3 strikes. That is quite a count. Now it's back down to 3-2, as Johnson is hanging tough against the Nicaraguan Crawford. Puerto Cabezas, though, is on the northeast coast of Nicaragua. It's about a 10.5-hour drive from the capital of Managua. Runners at second and third, nobody out, another 3-2 is cut on and missed. That one drifted up and away, and Johnson went fishing for it. So there's the first out of the bottom of the second. Second strikeout for Leo Crawford. And now it's the number 9 hitter, Jake Palomaki, the switch hitter who will bat right-handed. The Dodgers signed Leo Crawford out of Nicaragua in December of 2014 when he was only 17 years old. Here's the set. And the first offering to Palomaki is in the dirt. Good block, though, by Brent Diaz. And it is 1-0. But when I was doing research on Leo Crawford last night and today, I was wondering to myself, how many Major League Baseball players have come out of Nicaragua? And the answer? Just 15. That's it. The 1-0. That's high. 2 balls and no strikes. Perhaps the most famous name to come out of Nicaragua is a guy by the name of Dennis Martinez, former Major League pitcher for the Orioles, Expos, Indians, Mariners, and Braves. You diehards will no doubt remember Dennis Martinez. 2-0 is up and away. 3 balls and no strikes with first base open. Marvin Bernard, former outfielder for the San Francisco Giants, is another one. Vicente Padilla, also from Nicaragua, who pitched for the Diamondbacks, Phillies, Rangers, Dodgers, and Red Sox. Now the 3-0 from Crawford is swung on and banged into right field on the ground, a base hit. Here comes Whalen, here comes Haley, and the throw is offline. And Jake Palomaki delivers a 2-run single as he's green-lighted on the 3-0 pitch here in the second inning. And now it's 3-0 Biscuits. And that is more like it. That pitch was inside too, and Palomaki did an excellent job taking it the other way. Much like a one Derek Jeter might have done back in the day. Little inside-out job. Which brings Garrett Whitley to the plate. 3-0 Biscuits in the bottom of the second. The pitch is a changeup at the knees for a strike. Everth Cabrera is another big league player from Nicaragua and the most recent player out of Nicaragua to make his big league debut, right-hander Jonathan Loaizaga of the New York Yankees. He is the 15th Nicaragua-born Major League Baseball player. The pitch is low, and now it's 1-1. And Leo Crawford is hoping to become the 16th. Well, there are plenty of big leaguers from other countries in Latin America, the Dominican Republic, of course, Cuba, Mexico, but really not that many from Nicaragua. The 1-1 streaks in for strike two. And we may or may not be coming back to this for the trivia question in the top of the fourth. So stay tuned for that. In the top of the third, though, which is coming right up, we are going to have a special guest in the booth as Crawford throws it over to first. We are going to be joined by Lacey Pinkerton, who is the field marketing manager for Whataburger, or Whataburger. However you pronounce it, and I'll try to remember to ask her. It's delicious, and they have just opened up a new location right here in Montgomery. The 1-2. Swing, and it's pulled on the ground. In the hole, it's short. Backhanded by Terang. His throw to first is going to be late, though. Whitley has the wheels, and he shows him off there, burning down the line for an infield single. Palomaki goes up to second. And here comes Miles Mastroboni. And here comes Biloxi pitching coach Nick Childs. So that'll be good to get Lacey Pinkerton in the booth, the field marketing manager for Whataburger. Whataburger? We're going to find out the pronunciation tonight. I feel good about that. I've had several Texans in my life tell me that it's Whataburger, but it's spelled Whataburger. I don't know. We may solve the mystery tonight, even though it might just be my mystery. I'm sure everyone else out there is thinking, Chris, how do you not know how to pronounce it? But again, we'll find out for good measure as Nick Childs heads back to the dugout. Biscuits lead this one 3-0. Here in the bottom of the second. Garrett Whitley is at first. Jake Palomaki at second. Miles Mastroboni at the plate. Lefty to lefty. First pitch from Crawford is down and away for ball one. And Leo Crawford is coming off of his first win as a Shucker. This one was back on Thursday a week ago today at home against the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. As the 1-0 pitch just misses, dotting the outside corner. And now it's 2-0. He went 5 innings in that start, allowed just 1 run on 4 hits. He walked 3 but struck out 6, and the Shuckers took it 3-1. They lost that series though 4-2 to Pensacola. The pitch is inside. And now it's 3 balls and no strikes, and the Shuckers bullpen will start to get busy. Biscuits have come to hit tonight, though. In this inning alone, they have 5 knocks. The 3-0. Mastroboni swings and floats one the other way. It's falling fast, and it is off the very top of the sidewall as it kicks into the covered seats. So again, you see the Biscuits swinging at a 3-0 pitch. It worked for Palomaki, who knocked in the 2 runs with his single earlier this inning. Didn't work for Mastroboni on that pitch, but can he make the 3-1 pitch work? Here it comes out of the left hand of Crawford. Nope, he'll step off. And he's looking Palomaki back. And still only 1 out in this bottom of the 2nd inning. He'll push off. And he gets Mastroboni all tied up on a pitch inside. 3-2. There's the count laugh again. Oh, I'm delighted to hear that implemented. So it'll be a 3-2 from Crawford. And here it comes to Mastroboni. Swing and a miss, he got him. 85. That one appeared to tail down and in. So for Leo Crawford, it's strikeout number 3. And Miles Mastroboni has struck out twice against Crawford now. Once looking in the first, this time swinging here in the second. And now it's the guy with the red bat, Cal Stevenson. Another left-handed hitter. Double steals on. Where's the throw going? It goes to second, where it's scooped up well by Bryce Terang, the shortstop, on an in-between bounce. But the Biscuits execute that double steal to perfection. Decent throw by Brent Diaz, but really no chance with Garrett Whitley's speed. So Palomaki swipes third. Whitley gets second. And now a base hit will give the Biscuits a 5-0 lead. Pitch was a strike to Stevenson. As Crawford comes home with strike 2, 78 on the change. Stevenson has the Biscuits' lone walk so far tonight. I mean, we're only in the 2nd inning, but he drew it in the first. Whitley at second, Palomaki at third. And the 0-2 breaks in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Train now pulling past the walkway in left center field. Moving from left to right. Well, if Stevenson hits it as far as he did last night to right field, to left, he'll hit the train. The 1-2. That's a bender outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we are just past 8 o'clock now, which I think is where we were in the 2nd inning last night. A game that took 3 hours and 21 minutes to unfurl. A 9-5 Shuckers win. Crawford's ready, and he'll bring Stevenson the 2-2. Swing and a tapper foul to the right. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leo Crawford has now thrown 53 pitches through not even the first 2 innings. Stevenson trying to tack on another run or two to the Biscuits' 3-0 lead. Another 2-2 is swung on and fouled back. Scoreboard says 2 balls and 3 strikes again. Now it's 2-2. My favorite is when it's 4 balls and 3 strikes. Oh, it happens at every ballpark every now and then. And now another 2-2 pitch from Crawford. Swing, and it's reached for, and it's flipped back this way off the roof. Good at bat by Cal Stevenson. The reliever warming for the Shuckers in their bullpen is a righty. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the next one. And that just misses the outer edge. Crawford with a big, wry smile on his face there. Thought for sure that was strike 3. He was on his way to the dugout there. But the count is full. All right, I'm done. And the payoff pitch. Swinging a jam job, also flicked into the seats. That was the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Jake Palomaki is about a quarter of the way to home plate. He's over at third as the 3-2 flies home, and Stevenson swings and drills one deep to right, and this one is gone. A 10-pitch at-bat winds up over the fence. A 3-run home run for Cal Stevenson, and now it's 6-0 Biscuits here in the 2nd inning. Second straight night with a home run for Cal Stevenson, and what a way to do it on the 10th pitch from Leo Crawford after fouling off 5 of those 10 pitches. Well, that's going to do it for Leo Crawford. Mike Guerrero, the Shuckers manager, is out there to make a change, and we will step aside. The Biscuits have already hung 6 on the Shuckers, and they lead it 6-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd on the Biscuits Radio Network. New pitcher on for the Biloxi Shuckers, who trail the Biscuits now 6-0 in the bottom of the 2nd, is the righty Matt Hardy. He's a 6-footer, 160-pounder out of Plantation, Florida, same hometown as Biscuits' right-handed starter Tommy Romero. And his first pitch to Ford Proctor was fouled straight down. Hardy is a 25-year-old righty who this season is 1-1 with an ERA of 3 on the nose. This is his 9th appearance, his 8th out of the bullpen. And the 0-1 to Ford Proctor is up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Proctor is the 9th batter for the Biscuits this inning. And Jonathan Aranda is looming on deck. He started this inning about 20 minutes ago with a single pitch. Swing, and now Proctor gets in on the action. Base hit, scorched into left. And the Biscuits have batted around here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And this is an encouraging sign.
Jonathan Aranda.
For a team that has the worst record in the Double-A South entering tonight, but also for a team that has shown flashes of promise during this turbulent start to the season. And they're proving once again tonight that they have what it takes to put up a lot of runs. Here's Jonathan Aranda now, and his second at bat this inning begins with strike one. A backdoor slider unleashed there by Matt Hardy. So Leo Crawford's night started out pretty well as he worked a scoreless first. The pitch, swing, and now Aranda gets into one to deep right. This is going to be well foul, but where is this one going to land? He got under it, and he may have just cleared the fence, protecting the old Earthlink building in right. Wow. Well, he hit 4 home runs at High A Bowling Green before being promoted on Tuesday. There's a preview of that. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Elevated fastball gets Aranda, and look at Hardy sprint off the mound back towards his dugout. Well, the Biscuits score 6 runs in the bottom of the second off Leo Crawford, capped off by the big 3-run bomb by Cal Stevenson. Let's go to the third. All Biscuits in this one. It's 6-0. We are on the air, and we are going to the top of the third, where the Biscuits are leading the Biloxi Shuckers 6-0, but that voice you hear in the booth with me is none other than Lacey Pinkerton. She doesn't want any hard questions. Yeah. And she's the field marketing manager for, how do we pronounce it? Is it Whataburger or Whataburger? Because I don't know. I'm an ignorant Mainer.
It's Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. Yep.
Because I was telling the listeners earlier today that I have some Texans in my life that say Whataburger.
Okay. Well, you can take what a Texan, they're the original Whataburger folks.
So they can call it whatever they want.
They can call it whatever they want.
I got you.
That's fine.
Shane Boz going back to work for the Biscuits, and his first pitch is high to the left-handed hitting center fielder Mitch Longo, 8th in the order. So really exciting times in Montgomery and for Whataburger, because you guys just opened up a location out at East Chase.
Yes, we did. We opened up on May 17th, and it has been, I don't know if y'all have driven by there.
Oh, I have once, yeah. I'll be back there more than a few times as the summer unfolds.
The drive-through has stayed packed 24/7 since May 17th.
Which you guys are open 24/7,
we are.
Correct? Yeah.
Well, yes, 24/7, 364 days a year. We do close on Christmas Day.
Wow.
So.
Well, so hopefully you can get a meal elsewhere that day, right?
Yeah, that's right.
As Shane Boz misses with that pitch, it's now 3-0. But so it opened on May 17th, so you guys are just a few weeks in.
Yep.
Seems to be going very well so far.
It's going really well.
As Boz gets ready to throw the 3-0 pitch, and here it is. And there's a strike, 3-1. Is this your first Biscuits game?
It is my first Biscuits game, yes.
And what do you think so far?
It's amazing. This stadium is actually way more than I expected. So I absolutely love it.
Well, you really can't tell that it's a baseball stadium when you're out on the street, right?
No, when I was driving up, I was like, where is this place?
This pitch clips the inside corner, and it's now 3-2. And it's an old train depot, and it was an old Civil War prison.
Oh.
Yeah, there were some Union soldiers
kidding.
that were captured here, yeah.
Wow.
And kept here, I guess, for a little
That's
while.
wild.
It's crazy. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees. 96 from Shane Boz, who rings up Mitch Longo for his third strikeout. And there is one away. We're talking with Lacey Pinkerton, the field marketing manager for Whataburger. And tonight, you guys have sponsored some free T-shirts for us.
Heck yes. They're so cute. Did you see them? They
Hey,
say,
Butta Butta.
Hey, Butta Butta. I know.
And it's got the Whataburger logo on the sleeve.
It does. It's super cute. There's a stick of butter and a biscuit on there.
I love it.
Yeah.
It just,
It makes you want that honey butter chicken biscuit.
I was going to get to that. Here comes the number 9 hitter, Brent Diaz, who takes outside for ball 1. because you guys do also offer breakfast.
We do. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We offer breakfast 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. So if
Wow.
you're, and you can get 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. You can also get a patty melt. So if you want to come at 8 a.m. and get a patty melt, you can. Or you can get a taquito or a honey butter chicken biscuit or
Whatever you want.
hash browns, whatever you want. It's the best.
I have to say, I tried Whataburger when I moved across the country when I was 25. I stopped in San Antonio, which I believe is where the headquarters of Whataburger are or is. And I was impressed. You know, my friend who lived there said, we got to go to Whataburger. It's going to be great. I went. I loved it. Then, of course, I was in California, so I experienced In-N-Out. Got that whole thing.
Yep.
And then I kind of forgot about Whataburger until I got back here. But then, during the pandemic, I was spending a lot of time up in Tuscaloosa. They have one up there.
We have two in Tuscaloosa.
There you go.
You know?
But that's when I was first introduced to the patty melt, and that one I think is my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. It's an all-time favorite. Yes. The patty melt is just, it's a classic.
It is.
You know, on that Texas toast.
Yeah, don't get me started on the Texas
now
toast.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, can we get some Whataburger
I know.
here?
I should have brought some with me.
It's going to be a 2-2 pitch from Shane Boz, and that one fades down and away. It is 6-0 Biscuits in the top of the third with nobody on and one out. So I think we're going to be playing some Whataburger games at the stadium tonight, too.
We already played one. We played What You Know Trivia.
Right.
Yep. And then
I saw that.
Yep. I think we have the Fry Shuffle coming up.
At Fry
Yep.
I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm going to keep my eye down on the field for that.
Yeah.
That
It's
pitch
cute.
is fouled back. Still 3-2. So are you from Montgomery?
No, I actually live in Birmingham. So
very good.
Yes, I drove down here just for this.
How about that?
I know.
And the Barons have a doubleheader up there tonight.
Oh, do they? I didn't
Yeah.
even know.
Well, they had the game suspended last night because of wet grounds, apparently, because they didn't tarp. As Boz blows that
Man.
one by Brent Diaz. It's his fourth strikeout, and there are two away. So what else do the people have to know about Whataburger, though?
Well, so we talked about breakfast, 11
Right.
p.m. to 11 a.m.
I love
so
the 11 p.m.
it's
thing. That's
right?
great.
Yeah. We have people, especially in Tuscaloosa, students, they'll come and line up at like 10:50, 10:45, 10:50,
Yeah.
and like wait until 11 o'clock when they can get a honey butter chicken biscuit. It's the only thing they want.
And I've also tried one of those.
Yeah.
The others, I mean, I think that I won't say any names, but a few other competitors have the honey butter chicken biscuit.
Yes.
Not as good.
No,
not
it's
as
not.
good
It's
as the
not.
Whataburger one.
It's not. I'm lobbying to get honey butter, in like Walmart and stuff over here because in Texas, you can go to the grocery store and buy our honey butter.
Really?
Yeah, along with our ketchup and all of our
man.
condiments. But we don't have it here yet. So
what is the deal with the ketchup? What makes Whataburger's ketchup so special?
well, we have spicy ketchup.
That's right.
Yeah, are you into spicy ketchup?
Oh, I'm into spicy everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll really like our new spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Give me some of that.
I know. It's so good.
And you guys have a buffalo sandwich?
A buffalo ranch chicken strip
oh,
sandwich.
Man, I was
Yeah,
reading
man.
about that earlier.
I know.
Yeah, I'm hungry now. I need to.
Yeah.
I need to make a call to the broadcast booth here. Get someone else in here so I can get over to Whataburger.
Well, luckily we'll be open whatever time you get off.
That's
so.
right. This one's cut on and missed by Tyler Freeze, the leadoff hitter. Boz one strike away from ringing up the side. Well, it's exciting times for Whataburger.
It really is.
I can't tell you how many people I've heard talk about.
Yeah.
We're getting a Whataburger soon. Coming in 2021, we're going to have one out at East Chase, and now it's finally here.
It's here, and there will be another Montgomery location. They haven't let me in on the info yet on exactly where
really?
it's going, but there is going to be another one.
Oh my gosh.
So
Big things happening.
big things happening. We're opening in Huntsville pretty soon. We're just taking over Alabama.
How about that?
So,
Montgomery
I know.
got it before Huntsville.
I know.
love it.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fantastic.
I know. It's awesome.
Well, we deserve it.
We do.
It'll be a 3-2 to Tyler Freeze. Swing, and this one's lined into left, but here comes Garrett Whitley. He makes the catch, and that's a breezy 1-2-3 inning for Shane Boz. Still a 6-0 lead for the Biscuits. But Lacey Pinkerton, thanks so much for coming
Oh my
on.
gosh! Thank you so much for having me.
Great
This is
having
great.
you. Everybody, get over to Whataburger Stat out at
Yes.
East Chase now. get yourself a patty melt, get yourself the honey butter chicken biscuits, some spicy ketchup, what have you.
Yes.
But thanks again, Lacey Pinkerton. There we go.
Yeah, thank you.
Field marketing manager for Whataburger. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. Biscuits still up 6-0 on the Shuckers. Well, it was fun having Lacey Pinkerton in the booth here, the field marketing manager for Whataburger. I'm starving now for a little honey butter chicken biscuit. Maybe a patty melt. Here's Seaver Whalen with the Biscuits up 6-0. And he'll pop it up over on the right side of the diamond. In foul ground is Lucas Ursig. And the first baseman will put it away for the first out. That is fantastic news, though. No matter what time this game ends, I can be assured that I can get that patty melt from Whataburger whenever I want. It's open 24/7. Jim Haley is the next batter for the Biscuits, and the right-handed swinging third baseman takes strike one from Matt Hardy. We're only in the bottom of the third. Biscuits scored all 6 of their runs tonight in the second. The pitch. Swing, and this ball is stroked to right. It's carrying, and it is off the base of the wall. Into the corner it goes. It caroms off the wall as Chad Spanberger plays it. He'll throw in, and how about Jim Haley, his second double tonight. This one, an opposite field job. A little wall ball double. Haley's first one was off the wall in right center. And that scored the Biscuits' first run of the game. So that's good. A couple of really nice-looking swings by Jim Haley. And hopefully that'll give him a boost going forward. He's at second. And now it's Kaleo Johnson. And Matt Hardy will step off. Shane Boz, by the way, has been oh so dominant. 3 scoreless innings so far for the Biscuits starter. 1 hit, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And the pitch is caught on and missed. Good slider that glides underneath Johnson's bat path. And it is 0-1. Jake Palomaki is on deck. Already with a 2-run single this evening. The 0-1. That's another slider for a strike. And it's 0-2. Johnson is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That was against Shuckers starter Leo Crawford, whose night didn't go too well. The pitch. Fastball rides in. And now it's 1-2. Crawford's final line, by the way, 1 2/3 innings. 6 runs, all earned on 6 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, as his ERA balloons from 7.02 to 9.33. And now the 1-2 delivery is upstairs with the hard stuff. 2-2. Biscuits are in good shape at the moment to go up 2-1 in this series. They lead it 6-0. The pitch is swung on and cracked high in the air down the right side. This one will find the lawn area, though. And look at this middle-aged male chase it down the hill without slipping. Looks like he gave it to a young kid, though, so you like to see that. 2-2. Swing, and this one is squibbed to short. Bryce Terang is up with it, and he'll whip it across the diamond to get Johnson for the first out. Make it second out, I beg your pardon. Still moves Haley to third, though. Smart base running there. And it's the number 9 hitter next, Jake Palomaki, who this time will bat from the left side. He hit the 2-run single last inning from the right side. The pitch at the top of the zone at 92 for strike 1. Matt Hardy played his college ball at Nova Southeastern in Florida. As that one's down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. We told you he's from Plantation, the same hometown as Biscuit starter Tommy Romero. And who knows, maybe Matt Hardy's a big Miami Heat fan, like Tommy. R.I.P. Heat. The 1-1. That slider's in there for strike 2. And who knows what happened to the Miami Heat? They were the only team swept in the first round of the NBA playoffs this year, just 7 months after taking the Lakers to 6 games in the finals. Pitch. That's too high. And now it's 2-2. Well, maybe we'll look back at that whole bubble postseason and chalk it up as some kind of, well, here's the pitch, and it's slapped into left. That's a base hit. That'll score Jim Haley. And Jake Palomaki has now done it from both sides of the plate. A 2-run single in the second, and now an RBI single here in the third. This one from the left side, the one in the second from the right side. An aberration is the word I was struggling to come up with. Biscuits now lead at 7-0 as Garrett Whitley steps back up for the 3rd time already. And we are in the bottom of the 3rd. Right on right, first one to the leadoff man. Swing, and that one's fouled back. Garrett Whitley, the Rays' top draft choice in 2015. They got him 13th overall out of Niskayuna High School in New York. And in so doing, Whitley became the highest drafted baseball player out of New York State high schools. As that one's in there for a strike. It's 0-2 since Manny Ramirez was drafted by the Indians in 1991. How about that? First New York high school player drafted that early. 13th overall in 2015 since Cleveland took Manny being Manny in 91. The 0-2 swing, and this one's flipped off the bat. A high pop out into shallow right center, and that's where the second baseman Tyler Freese will squeeze it. And that will retire the side. But the Biscuits add another. They get the RBI single from Jake Palomaki after Jim Haley's second double. And they're up big on Biloxi, 7-0, as we're a third of the way through this one. 2, 3, and 4 hitters are due up for the Biloxi Shuckers as we go to the start of the 4th, where it's all Biscuits in this one. They're up 7-0 on their new South Division rivals, as Shane Boz goes back to work against Bryce Terang, the left-handed hitting shortstop who doubled off Boz in the first. The pitch. That one is in the dirt. Well, we were talking earlier about Shuckers starter Leo Crawford tonight. Their left-handed starter. As the 1-0 pitch from Boz curls in for a strike, and it's 1-1. And only 15 players born in Nicaragua have played in Major League Baseball so far in the history of the game. That's it, just 15. As the 1-1 is just outside. Proctor tried to frame it on the outside corner, but now it's 2 balls and a strike. So, of course, I hinted at it earlier. But that has brought us to tonight's trivia question. Boz home with a 2-1 to Terang. Good slider, or make it the fastball rather, at 94 on the inside corner, and now it's 2-2. So here's the question. Who was the only Nicaragua-born baseball player to play for the Rays? Boz to the plate with ball 3 just up and in. And it's a full count now to Bryce Terang, who is the only Nicaragua-born baseball player to play for the Rays. Right to left, the 3-2 pitch. Swing, and it's smoked foul, out of play to the left. Still a full count. If you think you have an answer, you should email us at biscuitsbroadcast@gmail.com, because that will be your chance to win a couple of free tickets to the biscuit game of your choice. Boz downhill with another payoff pitch. Swing, and this one is knifed on the ground to third. It's gobbled up there by Jim Haley, whose throw to first is a little wide, but how about Seaver Whalen going full extension on his stomach to get to that one, and he kept his right foot on the bag. So that's a 5-3 putout. Seaver Whalen, though, who does not play first base all that often, did a really nice job on that one. So there's one away. And now it's the number 3 hitter, Jamie Westbrook. Still 7-0 Skits in the top of the 4th, as the first offering is bounced in for ball 1. Who is the only Nicaragua-born baseball player to play for the Rays? Send us your answers now at biscuitsbroadcast@gmail.com. And if you answer correctly before anyone else, you will win 2 free tickets to the Biscuits game of your selection. The 1-0. That's past everybody. 2 balls and no strikes to Jamie Westbrook. And we'll tell you the answer to that trivia question in the top of the 7th. I tell you what, I might be making that drive out to East Chase after this game for a little Whataburger. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Here's some fun Whataburger facts for you. So the headquarters are in San Antonio, Texas. But did you know that the first Whataburger store opened in Corpus Christi, Texas in 1950? 2-1. That one bangs the outside corner at 96, and now it's 2-2. And that's back when the burgers there cost only 25 cents. Oh, take me back to 1950. Now the 2-2 from Boz. Swinging a foul back by Westbrook. Count still even. Whataburger founder Harmon Dobson envisioned a burger so big you had to hold it in 2 hands, and so good you couldn't help but say, "What a burger." So that's where the name comes from. Boz exhales, and the 2-2 pitch is fly to center. Not deep at all off the bat of Westbrook, and it's the second baseman, Jonathan Aranda, who makes the catch. Calling off the right fielder, Miles Mastrobone, and the center fielder, Cal Stevenson, who were in the area.
First baseman 1, Lucas Ursig.
So 2 gone for Lucas Ursig. Whataburger has more than 50,000 family members at restaurants in 10 states: Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. The pitch is just low, apparently. So they are strung across the South. Or the southern United States, anyway. I don't think you would consider Arizona or New Mexico the South, but they are in the southern part of America. The 1-0. Swinging a foul tip by Lucas Ursig. And it is 1-1. There are more than 850 restaurants system-wide with sales exceeding, get ready for this, $2.5 billion annually. And thus concludes the Whataburger history lesson. It'll be a 1-1 to Ursig. Swings through the changeup. That was dirty. And now it's 1-2. And again, it's just making my stomach rumble. The thought of a patty melt right now. Ooh. With some spicy ketchup. Maybe a honey butter chicken biscuit. The 1-2 pitch is fouled off. Still 1-2 to Lucas Ursig, the Croatian sensation. Ursig is out of San Jose, California, but he has Croatian roots. Boz is trying to put him away for his 5th strikeout, which would end the top of the 4th. The 1-2. Swing, and it's yanked hard on the ground, foul on the first base side. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Boz just needs to go 5 innings tonight, and he'll have a really good shot at securing his first win of the year. Remember, 0-4 coming into tonight, including losses in each one of his previous 4 starts before this evening. He's coming at Ursig with ball 2 wide. That pitch at 94. Ursig was drafted by the Brewers in the 2nd round back in 2016 out of NAIA Menlo College, which is a private college in Atherton, California, which specializes in business. And this was after Ursig transferred from Cal Berkeley. 2-2. Zooms wide. 3-2. Menlo College is the alma mater of Jeff Van Gundy, former New York Knicks coach, former Houston Rockets coach, but current NBA commentator for ESPN and ABC. He calls the games with Mike Breen and Mark Jackson typically. 3-2. Reach for, and Ursig is strikeout victim number 5. Good changeup away. And Shane Boz makes that another 1-2-3 inning. The right-hander has now retired 11 in a row. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, all Biscuits in this one, they're up 7-0. Bottom 4, 7-0 good guys. As we welcome you back to a steamy Montgomery, Alabama. That's at least what the windows look like here in the broadcast booth. As Miles Mastroboni takes off the plate for ball 1. Biscuits scored 6 runs in the 2nd, 1 more in the 3rd. And now the 1-0 pitch is in the outer quadrant there, the outside corner rather. A strike to Miles Mastroboni, and now it's 1-1. We've been battling the rain tonight. The 1-1 is fouled off first base side. And now it's 1-2. The rain delay lasted about 40 minutes. We were supposed to start at 6:35. We got going at, well, when was it? I can't even remember. Around 7:10. My memory's going already. 1-2 pitch, that's high. And now it's 2-2. But it looks like that rain delay has paid off in a massive way for the Biscuits, whose offense has woken up. 2-2. Swing, and that one's ripped straight back into the screen. And ironically, Miles Mastroboni is one of just 2 Biscuits in the starting lineup tonight without a base hit. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The pitch is reached for, and it will roll gently up along first, but then die in the grass. A foul ball, and Gary Reedus is all over it, Biscuits' first base coach. And I say ironically because Mastroboni came into tonight's game with a .320 average. That's 3rd best in the league. He also has the 2nd most hits with 31. The pitch. Swing, and he strokes a high fly ball out into medium deep left center. Mitch Longo's there, and the center fielder will pull it down for the first out.
Number 4, Cal Stevenson.
So Mastro's still hitless. Mastroboni is also first in total bases with 52, tied for first in runs scored with 18, 7th in on-base percentage, 6th in slugging, 5th in OPS. He's tied for 3rd in doubles. He's tied for 5th with 14 RBIs. I mean, the list goes on. And now it's Cal Stevenson taking high and away for ball 1. But hey, if the Biscuits can score 7 runs without any help from Miles Mastroboni, that's a good sign. Because there have been several games this season where he's been the only one who's really provided any of the offense. And so tonight, once again, could be an encouraging sign that the tide is starting to turn in the Biscuits' favor as the 2-0 pitch is in there at the tippity top of the zone, a fastball, and now it's 2-1. Biscuits entered tonight with a .218 team batting average and 112 runs scored in 25 games. 2-1 is swatted out into center again. It's lofted Mitch Longo's way, and the center fielder once again will make the catch. So back-to-back F8s in the scorebook will bring Ford Proctor to the plate. 112 runs in 25 games, though, is roughly 4.5 runs per game. That's what the Biscuits were averaging entering tonight. Right against left, first pitch is up and away, a fastball at 93, ball 1 to Ford Proctor, who is 1 for 2 with a single back in the second. That average will be a little bit higher, though, after tonight. The 1-0. Slider's good for strike 2, or strike 1 rather, 1-1. 2 outs, though, here in the bottom of the 4th. Bases are empty as the 1-1 flies home. And Proctor takes a hack and fouls it back off the window to our left. Well, 3 more to go in this series. Game 4 tomorrow night at 6:35 p.m. Central. Then on Saturday, it's Game 5 at 6:05. Series finale Sunday at 3:33. The pitch. Sliders up, and now it's 2-2. And if you like the Hey Butta Butta t-shirt giveaway presented by Whataburger tonight, do we have an exciting promotion for you tomorrow as this one is launched into center, and guess who's there again? Mitch Longo who makes the catch and retires all 3 Biscuits who came to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's go to the 5th. Still 7-0 Biscuits. Start of the 5th inning back here at Riverwalk Stadium in downtown Montgomery, Alabama, where the Biscuits are in charge and in the driver's seat, up 7-0 in Game 3 of this 6-game set. And Shane Boz, who has retired 11 straight batters, goes back to work against the number 5 hitter, DH Peyton Henry. Right against right, first offering. Swung on and fouled back into the mesh. 0-1. Boz struck out the first batter he saw tonight, Tyler Freeze. Then Bryce Terang tagged him for a double. Since then, nobody has reached. And Boz has compiled 5 strikeouts as well. Here he comes with an 0-1. Off speeder, looked like the slider, and Henry wore that foul tip off the foot. And a little bit of pain there. And it looks like Biloxi's athletic trainer, Jeff Paxson, is on the scene, making sure that Henry's okay. That'll give us a chance to bring you the out-of-town AA South scoreboard. And in Pensacola, some good news. The Wahoos are losing to the Mississippi Braves again, 5-0. That game is in the top of the 8th. Pensacola entered tonight with the best record in the South Division, 16-10. 6.5 games ahead of the Biscuits, but if results hold tonight, the Biscuits will be only 5.5 back entering tomorrow. And baby steps, but remember, we're not playing halves this year, so the Biscuits have the rest of the season, about 3.5 more months to catch the Wahoos. Henry ready to hit again. Boz is 0-2. There's a check swing on the high heat, and somehow that's not strike 3. Surely Henry went around. But first base umpire and crew chief Tyler Jones says he's okay. So now it's 1-2. Mississippi, they're on a roll. They lost the series opener to Pensacola, but they won last night. They're winning tonight. Remember, they took 5 of 6 from the Biscuits last series. The pitch is upstairs, and now it's 2-2. And the M-Braves pitching staff tonight has allowed just 2 hits to Pensacola, who have really struggled offensively so far this season. They're hitting just .217 as a team. 1 point lower than the Biscuits, but for a while there, they were under 200. The pitch, swing, and there's a line drive base hit smacked into center. And that ends the streak of 11 in a row retired by Shane Boz. Just the second hit allowed tonight. And Chad Spanberger is next. The left-handed hitting right fielder. 7-0 Biscuits in this one. We're in the top of the 5th. Top of the 3rd in Birmingham. It's game 2 of an almost doubleheader. They resumed a suspended game from last night earlier tonight. Birmingham won that one 5-4. So they improved to 17-9. First pitch, swing and a miss. Look at that thing. Change up at 84, just fell out of the sky. 0-1 to Spanberger. Tennessee now 10-15. But in game 2 of that almost doubleheader, it is Birmingham 1, Tennessee nothing in the top of the 3rd. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Bottom dropped out again. And it's 0-2. Chattanooga and Rocket City, they're playing a real doubleheader tonight. Rocket City took the first game 4-2, scoring all 4 of their runs in the 5th. They improved to 12-14. dropping Chattanooga to 15 and 11. And remember, those doubleheaders go 7, just like in the big leagues. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Or did he get a piece? Doesn't matter. Ford Proctor hung on. 6 strikeouts now for Boz. And now here's Cam Devaney. Bottom of the 4th of game 2 of that twin bill has Chattanooga up 4-1, having just scored 3 runs in the top of the 4th in Madison. That's Madison, Alabama. First pitch to Devaney is in there. A breaking pitch at 83 for strike 1. Devaney is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. That came back in the 2nd. The 0-1 delivery is cut on and missed. That one ended up in the dirt. And Devaney with a big uppercut swing could not touch it. So now it's 0-2 as we hit 9 o'clock on the dot here at Riverwalk Stadium in downtown Montgomery, Alabama. And the 0-2 is swung on and crushed foul out of play to the right. Still 0-2. Boz is 1 strike away from punch out number 7. Here he comes. Swing and a miss, and he gets it. 84 on the change, down and away. And that gets Cam Devaney for out number 2. Boy, there are some serious hecklers down there tonight. It's giving the Shuckers hell. That's good though, right? Little Biscuits home cooking right there. As Mitch Longo swings and shoots one foul off to the left. And it's 0-1. Well, it is a thirsty Thursday, right? So some fans a bit more excitable than others. Longo is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The 0-1 swing, and that one is scorched into right. That's a base hit, and that'll be cut off on the warning track by Miles Mastroboni. He'll spin, he'll fire in to the pitcher's mound, where Seaver Whalen collects it, and give Mitch Longo a 2-out double here in the 5th. That moves Peyton Henry to third base. And the next batter is the backstop, Brent Diaz. Diaz, who is 0 for 1 with, a strikeout. And he's a former 29th round pick out of Louisiana Tech. That's where the Brewers drafted him in 2017. A lot of famous athletes came out of that school, most notably Terry Bradshaw and Karl Malone. The pitch. Rifled in there for strike 1. It's also where Paul Millsap went to college. Former power forward for the Hawks, now for the Nuggets. And a couple of famous kickers, Josh Scobie and Matt Stover. Here comes an 0-1. Nope, time is called. Stover, I remember, for the Baltimore Ravens, and he used to kind of point at where he was going to kick the ball with his right hand. That's before he kicked it, and he was pretty good for Baltimore back in the day. But he played his college ball at La Tech. The 0-1 in the dirt. Good block, though, by Ford Proctor. Scooting over to his right to get in front of that one. And now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Brent Diaz, though, was named one of 3 finalists for the Johnny Bench Award in his junior year. That was in 2017, right before he was drafted by the Brewers. Boz is 1-1, cut on and missed. 97. And now it's 1-2, and there is action in the Biscuits pen. So this will probably be it for Shane Boz, but hopefully he can get through the 5th here. Because if he does, he will be in line for that first victory of 2021. His 1-2 pitch is up and away. Just missed at 97. And these days, wins really don't mean much anymore in the game of baseball, at least for a pitcher. Not like they did in the 90s. Oh, he's a 20-game winner. Nowadays, it'd be like, who cares? What's his ERA? 2-2. Swing and a miss. Shane Boz with his 8th strikeout to get him through the 5 innings. He gets Brent Diaz, and the Shuckers leave runners at 2nd and 3rd. And we are halfway through the 5th. Biscuits still up 7-0. The Brewers will bring on a new pitcher as we take it to the bottom of the 5th, where the Biscuits are up big, 7-0 on these Biloxi Shuckers in Game 3 of this 6-game series. Chris Adams-Wall with you, Michael Killer-Kelly and Doug Strout back at Command Center. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're having an even better Thursday. And thanks so much for joining us as Cody Beckman is on the mound, a left-hander with the high leg kick. His first offering to Jonathan Aranda is a little low, and the count is 1-0. So far this season for Biloxi, Beckman is 0-3 with an ERA just south of 9, 8.79. As this pitch is nubbed off the end of the bat, foul by Aranda. 1-1. Beckman was drafted in the 30th round by the Brewers in 2017 out of North Carolina State. Go Wolfpack. And now the 1-1 pitch. Up and in. Tried the heater, and he missed. How about a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard tonight, though? The Rays beat the Yankees again earlier today, and they won big 9-2 in the Bronx as this one's grounded to the second baseman. That's Tyler Freeze, I beg your pardon. He'll scoop it up and throw out Aranda for the first out. And Beckman is on there for Matt Hardy, who went 2 1/3 and allowed 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, and a strikeout. But now there's one away for Seaver Whalen. The Biscuits right-handed hitting first baseman. The pitch to him is up and away for a ball 1. So the Rays and Yankees end up splitting that 4-game series, with the Rays taking the 2 bookends of the series, the opener and the finale. But today, they won 9-2, and Ryan Yarborough threw a complete game. The pitch. Good curveball. 77 for a strike. And now it is 1-1. Austin Meadows, though, had himself a game today for Tampa. The pitch. Swing, and that one is scorched inside the Biscuits' third base dugout. It went down the stairs. Looks like it almost got Biscuits trainer James Ramsdell. Meadows, though, went 2 for 5 with a home run, a double, and 5 RBIs. Decent game. This pitch is chopped weakly foul to the left. And now it's 1-2. Yarborough's final line, though, 9 innings, 2 runs, both earned on 6 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. And the Rays didn't just win 9-2 against the Yankees. They won 9-2 against Garrett Cole and the Yankees today. The pitch. Swing, and that ball is lined just foul down the left side. Whalen was way out in front, but he reached for it and almost had himself a base hit. Beckman fires. And Whalen rolls a tapper to the left side. It's past Beckman, and Whalen will get on. An excuse me infield single for the Biscuits first baseman, but you know what? He'll take it. Whatever works. Beckman flew off the mound, tried to field it, and then the ball scooted underneath his glove. The third baseman, Cam Devaney, then gloved it, but it was too late. Whalen was already at first with the 1-out single. Garrett Cole's final line for the Yankees today, 5 innings, 5 runs, all earned on 5 hits. An uncharacteristic 2 walks. Cole almost never walks anybody. Still struck out 7, but the Yankees are apparently just 6-6 when he starts this season. And now it's Jim Haley taking ball 1 high. So with the win, the Rays improve to 36-22. The Yankees fall to 31-26, and their manager Aaron Boone was ejected in that game. The pitch, outside, 2-0. Rays still atop the American League East standings, though. After their red-hot month of May, they went 22-6. Here's a pickoff move. Little swipe action there from Lucas Ursig, the first baseman, but Whalen is back in there. Top of the 8th in Milwaukee. The parent club of these Biloxi Shuckers are up 6-4 on the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2-0. Just misses the outside corner. 3 balls and no strikes to Haley, who is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, an RBI, and a run. And he hit both doubles off the wall. One in right center, that was in the second. The other one in right, that was in the third. And now Beckman throws it away. He had Seaver Whalen picked way off of first, but he just couldn't get it to the first baseman, Lucas Ursig, accurately. If he had, Whalen would have been caught in a rundown and very likely would have been out number 2. So the Biscuits first baseman gets away with one right there. And that'll be an E1. By the way, the Biscuits have played very clean defensively tonight. After making 5 errors last night, they have made none tonight. And they're out hitting the Shuckers 10-3. And still leading 7-zip as the 3-0 pitch to Jim Haley is high for ball 4, and Haley's on base again. This time with a 1-out walk. And the next batter is Kaleo Johnson. They're in the top of the 8th inning in Chicago, and it's the White Sox leading the Tigers 3-1. Chi Sox are now 33-22. The Tigers 23-32. Royals are up 5-4 on the Twins in Kansas City. That game is now in the top of the 6th. Kansas City still a game over 500, 27-26. First one to KJ is low for ball 1. Reds are at the Cardinals at the moment. And since he's up 3-2 on St. Louis in the bottom of the 6th. Now the set. Now the 1-0 to Kaleo. There's a strike. Outer third with the fastball. 1-1. Angels are up 2-0 on the Seattle Mariners. That game going on in Anaheim at the moment. Seattle is starting to get it together, kind of. They're now 28-29. The 1-1 in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. The Angels, though, I mean, it kind of feels like the same thing every year with them, doesn't it? They're 25-30. They have arguably the 2 best players in baseball. And yet they haven't made the postseason since 2014. And they're 25-30, like I said. The pitch. There's a curveball snapped off for a strike. 2-2. Seattle, on the other hand, they're playing better, but they haven't made the playoffs since 2001. It's been a fifth of a century since the Mariners were in the playoffs. 2-2. Swing and a miss. High fastball gets Kaleo Johnson. And Cody Beckman has his first strikeout.
Shortstop number 3, Jake Palomaki.
And now Jake Palomaki will come up with 2 outs and runners still at first and second. Bottom 2 in San Francisco. It's the Giants 1, the Cubs nothing. How about San Francisco? I don't think anybody saw this coming. They're 34-21. One of the best records in baseball, as that one's outside for ball 1. And that is a log jam at the top. You're talking the Giants, the Padres now, and of course, the World Series champion Dodgers. And the Cubs are playing much better than anyone expected too. They're 32-23. The pitch to Palomaki is in there for a strike, and now it's leveled up at 1-1. Speaking of the Padres, they are hosting the Mets tonight. And in the middle of the first out there in San Diego, it is 0-0. Mets are 27-21. The Padres 34-23. Now the 1-1 pitch is a bender low. 2-1. Earlier this afternoon, the Braves got by the Nationals 5-1. Josh Tomlin the win. He's now 3-0. Patrick Corbin the loss. He's 3-5. Dansby Swanson hit a 2-run home run in that one. Red Sox took down the Astros in Houston 5-1. So the Bo Sox now 33-23. The Astros 31-25. Here's a 2-1. Same curveball, same strike. 2-2 now to Palomaki, who is having himself a night. He's 2 for 2 with a 2-run single in the second and an RBI single in the third from either side of the plate. He's batting right-handed against the southpaw Beckman right here. He's ready, and from the belt, he comes home. Swing and a miss. That one broke inside. It gets Palomaki for strike 3. And the side is retired. Biscuits get a single from Seaver Whalen and a walk to Jim Haley, but that is all. And we go to the 6th, where it's still 7-0 Biscuits. Moving on to the 6th, where it's still 7-0 Biscuits. And on the mound now, is Alex Valverde for the Biscuits. Valverde, the 24-year-old right-hander out of Miami, Florida. And he has taken over for Shane Boz, who was outstanding tonight. As Valverde misses in. 1-1 now to the left-handed hitting, make that switch hitting, Tyler Freeze, who is batting left-handed. The 1-1. Swing and a chopper foul outside the bag at first. Boz tonight, though, went 5 scoreless innings. He surrendered just 3 hits. He didn't walk a soul, and he struck out 8, lowering his ERA to 2.93. And he will be in line for his first Double-A win, if the Biscuits can hang on to this 7-0 advantage. They scored 6 in the second, 1 more in the third. And now the 1-2 from the right-handed reliever Alex Valverde, who pumps and throws. Swinging another one, flicked foul to the right side. Valverde on the season is 1-0 with a 4.38 earned run average. This is his 7th appearance for the Biscuits, as he rocks and delivers. Swing, and there's a line drive hit to the third baseman, Jim Haley. On a little crow hop, he snags it and denies Freeze a leadoff hit.
Shortstop number 2, Bryce Terang.
And the next batter is Bryce Terang, just wrapping up the Major League scoreboard. The Rockies beat the Rangers 11-6 in Denver earlier today. And the Pirates snuck by the Marlins 5-3 in Pittsburgh. As Valverde pours in strike 1 to Bryce Terang. Now the wind and pitch. Oh, it almost hit him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's take a look at the Major League Baseball standings right now. Give you a little update. Here on the 3rd of June, 2021. The pitch. Swinging a tapper foul, first base side. Now 1-2 to Bryce Terang. So we have the Rays still leading the American League East by 2 games over the Red Sox at 36-22. And it's the Yankees in 3rd at 31-26. Then the Jays, 29-25. And then the Orioles all the way down at 19-37. The White Sox are leading the American League Central. They're up 2.5 games on the second place Cleveland Indians. As the 1-2 pitch is slapped on the ground to first. Seaver Whalen will glove. He'll call off the covering Valverde and take it to the bag himself. 2 gone.
Left fielder number 8, Jamie Westbrook.
And the next batter is Jamie Westbrook. The Oakland A's are leading the American League West. They're 33-25. They're a game up on the Houston Astros. 4.5 games up on the Seattle Mariners, though. First one to Westbrook is down and outside. Ball 1. In the National League, the Mets are leading the National League East by 4 games over the Atlanta Braves and 4.5 games up on the Phillies. The 1-0 swing, and that one is squibbed. A liner hit right to the second baseman, Jonathan Aranda. He makes the catch. And that's a breezy 1-2-3 inning for Alex Valverde. Good stuff from the right-hander. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Biscuits still up 7-zip. Bottom 6, 7-0 Biscuits over the Biloxi Shuckers, who are going out to defend against the Biscuit offense. Top of the order coming up for them, and Garrett Whitley, as Cody Beckman goes back to work from the third base side of the slab. Left to right, his first pitch to Whitley is in the dirt for ball 1. More on the Major League Baseball standings. The Cubs are leading the National League Central by a game and a half over the St. Louis Cardinals. Milwaukee, though, just 3 games back. Then the Reds 7 back. The Pirates 11 games back. The 1-0. Curveball slips out of Beckman's hand. And it's too high, 2 balls, and no strikes. And out in the NL West, we told you it was a log jam at the top. Ho-ho! You have no idea. The San Francisco Giants are in first, 34-21, but only a game up on the Padres, as the 2-0 is in there for a strike. And only a game and a half up on the Dodgers. So yeah, pretty tight at the top of the NL West. All 3 of the National League's California teams. As that one catches the inner third, and it's now 2-2 to Garrett Whitley. And the other day, MLB on Fox's Instagram handle put out a playoff bracket of the projected playoffs for the 2021 season. That curveball is a little low, and now it's filled up to Whitley. It was a look at the most likely postseason scenario based on baseballreference.com projections. So drum roll, please. The top seed in the American League would be the Rays, as Whitley gets into one to deep right. Back goes Spanberger at the wall, and he has just enough room to pull it down. I thought Whitley may have just gotten home run number 4, but it's only a deep fly out. So again, these are the most likely postseason scenarios based on baseballreference.com projections. So they have the Rays with the top seed, and then the Rays would get the winner of the wild card game, which would be between the Yankees and A's. A wild card game we have seen before. And now here's Miles Mastrobuoni, who takes ball 1 low. The other American League matchup would be between Houston and the Chicago White Sox. Houston would be the 3 seed, the White Sox the 2 seed, Yankees the 4 seed, A's the 5 seed in the wild card game. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, and that one is scorched deep to left center. Back goes Westbrook at the wall, and that one is off the top of the wall. He'll barehand the bounce off the wall and throw in to second, but Miles Mastrobuoni is in there with a 1-out double. Nice piece of hitting by Mastro, taking it the other way, and he almost left the yard. Still 7-0 Biscuits with 1 away, and here comes Cal Stevenson. So that's on the American League side. On the National League side, San Diego would be the top seed. And here's where it gets interesting. The wild card game would be between the 4-seeded Dodgers, who would host the 5-seeded Giants. Oh, yeah. Now the pitch is inside for a ball. Although I think you could make an argument that there is a perhaps more heated rivalry at the moment between the Dodgers and Padres than there is between the Dodgers and Giants, but that's still a classic rivalry. Now the 1-0 delivery to Stevenson is a get-me-over curveball that brushes Stevenson back, but it's in the zone for a strike. And now it's 1-1. The 3 seed would be the Atlanta Braves, and the 2 seed would be the Chicago Cubs. Notice the Boston Red Sox are not making the playoffs due to baseballreference.com's most likely playoff scenario. I didn't see the St. Louis Cardinals in there either. I didn't see the New York Mets. The 1-1. A hanger, strike two. Stevenson had one of the more impressive at-bats, not only of the game, but of the season back in the second inning. He faced 10 pitches from Biloxi Shuckers starter Leo Crawford, hit the 10th pitch over the right center field wall. And tonight is Stevenson's second straight game with a home run. He now has 3 on the year. Beckman comes set and comes home. Swing, and that one is grounded up the middle. It's bobbled by Bryce Terang, but he recovers in time and throws a strike to first just to get Stevenson by a whisker. So Mastroboni will move up. He's now on third on the ground out. And here comes Ford Proctor. We'll see if Ford Proctor can bring home Miles Mastroboni and give the Biscuits their 8th run here in the bottom of the 6th, where it's almost 9:45. Well, that's what we get with Mother Nature having her way before the game started. The pitch upstairs, and that's ball one. Proctor's 1 for 3, singled back in the second. He also has a couple of flyouts to center. And now the 1-0 pitch. Curveball and a good one in there for a strike. Biscuits now with 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors. The Shuckers, no runs, 3 hits, and the game's lone error. The 1-1. That's high. 2 balls and a strike now. Jonathan Aranda looming in the on-deck circle. Here's a 2-1. Swing, and that one is hit gently back up the middle on the ground, and it's Bryce Terang again. Shuckers were into the shift. He fields, throws to first, and that's it for the Biscuits here in the bottom of the 6th. They get the wall ball double from Mastroboni, but he's left stranded at third. Still 7-0 Biscuits, though, as we push on to the 7th. As the Biloxi Shuckers come back up against Biscuits reliever Alex Valverde, who worked a 1-2-3 6th. And now he'll face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here in the top of the 7th. That will start with Lucas Ursig, a left-handed hitting first baseman, and the pitch is swung on and hit high and deep down the left field line, but it's peeling foul. And it's 0-1. But hey, it is the top of the 7th. Time to reveal the answer to tonight's trivia question. Here's an 0-1 delivery. Swing and a pop-up. This will get out of play on the third base side, and it is 0-2. The question, though, was, who is the only Nicaragua-born baseball player to play for the Rays? And many of you wrote in tonight, but only one got it right. The pitch is low, and now it's 1-2, and it was Kathy who nailed it with her answer of Erasmo Ramirez. Way to go, Kathy. It'll be a 1-2 from Valverde to Ursig. It's on the way. Swing, and it's yanked on the ground, and a base hit into right is what Ursig ends up with. He found a hole there between Seaver Whalen, the first baseman, and the second baseman, Jonathan Aranda. So a leadoff single for the Shuckers first baseman. Brings the DH Peyton Henry up. Yeah, Erasmo Ramirez pitched for the Rays between 2015 and 2017. He was a right-handed pitcher, and he was born in Nicaragua. And he is the only Nicaragua-born player to suit up for the Tampa Bay Rays. And congratulations once again to Kathy. Henry is 1 for 2 with a single as Valverde brings him the first one. There's an underwater swing for strike one. Peyton Henry all tied up. Well, I want to apologize to one of our trivia winners tonight, Walt, who asked for a couple of tickets to the free biscuit game of his choice. I didn't get it until now, though, Walt, so I do apologize, but hopefully you still ended up coming to the stadium. And our box office manager, Justin Ross, who does an awesome job down there, took care of you. If not, well, this one's on me, so I do apologize, as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and stroked into the gap in right center field, and that will sink in for a hit. Playing the bounce is Mastroboni. He'll throw in to the shortstop, Palomaki. And that's back-to-back singles to open up the seventh. We also got an interesting email from Billy, who writes, "Dear Chris, I cheated on the trivia, so I'm not going to submit an answer." Wow. What an honorable guy. I love him already. Not using the Google machine, like a real trivia player. Billy goes on to say, however, the AA Central team, the Corpus Christi Hooks, dress as the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuits every Wednesday home game, in reference to the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuits at Whataburger. Billy says, not that the biscuits and Honey Butter Chicken Biscuits would ever play, but it's a fun thought, and I agree. Here's Chad Spanberger, who takes down low ball one. He says, feel free to announce that if you feel. I just wanted to share. Loving the broadcast tonight from my college apartment in Raleigh. Well, thanks, Billy. Thanks for writing in tonight. I like that idea. I got to run that by our general manager, Mike Murphy. I mean, if another AA team's doing it, and we're the Biscuits, why not dress as the Honey Butter Chicken Biscuits? Especially when we were supposed to have the Year of Chicken last year. Biscuit Zodiac in 2020, a season that obviously did not happen. But we appreciate it, Billy. Here's a 1-0 to Spanberger from Valverde. That's in there. 95 from the right-hander. Still 7-0 Biscuits in this one. We're in the top of the seventh. Valverde dangles the right arm. He comes set at the belt. And the 1-1 is cut on and missed. Good changeup at 85. Spanberger is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. And he has had very little trouble racking up those this year. Coming into tonight, he had 24. Now he has 26. The pitch. Slider is squibbed on the ground. In the hole, it's short. Palomaki thought someone else was going to get it, apparently. Then he realizes that someone else was him, so he goes and collects it, and it's an infield hit for Spanberger. And just like that, the Shuckers have him loaded. And they're loaded for Cam Devaney with nobody out. Devaney 7th in the order. He's 0 for 2. And the pitch. Swung on and smashed foul straight back. Almost 10 o'clock on a school night for some of these kids, although I think most of them might be out of school at this point. Is there school anymore? It's hard to tell. Right against right. And the one-strike pitch from Valverde is down and away. Tried the sinker there, 1-1. Devaney is 0 for 2. He grounded out to third in the second inning, struck out swinging in the 5th inning. Runner at first is Spanberger. At second, Peyton Henry. At third, Lucas Ursig. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a liner into right. Backing up is Miles Mastroboni. He'll make the catch. Here comes Ursig from third, though, with the Shuckers' first run. So a sac fly for Cam Devaney. Scratches one across for the Shuckers finally. But there is one away. Taking third was Henry. And staying at first was Spanberger. So runners are at the corners now for the number 8 hitter Mitch Longo. As Valverde tries a pickoff move. He picked off a base runner in Mississippi. And remember, Valverde is a right-handed thrower. It was a really nice pickoff attempt. The pitch. Swing, and this one is bounced into right. That's a base hit for Longo. This will score Henry, and it's now 7-2 Biscuits here in the 7th. RBI single for Mitch Longo, and it's the 4th hit of the inning allowed by Alex Valverde. All 4 hits, singles. And now it's Brent Diaz's turn. The right-handed hitting catcher and number 9 batter. Valverde would love a ground ball right here. So the Biscuits can turn 2 and we can get up and stretch before 10 o'clock. I'm glad I did laundry last night. Here's the pitch. It's down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. And as I was driving home, it was, 10:30, 10:45, and I was thinking, this is too late to do this. I'll wait till tomorrow. Oof. I didn't. I got it done. The 1-0. Swing and a pop-up back this way, and it's in the seats. I mean, I was all out of biscuit polos to wear for today, so had I not done it last night, I don't know what I would have worn. But I got a freshly cleaned navy blue one on right now. As the 1-1 is cut on and missed. That one drifted up and away. Diaz is 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts this evening. And he's at the plate with Mitch Longo at first and Chad Spanberger at second in this 7-2 ball game. Biscuits in front. The 1-2 pitch is cut on and missed. Good slider from Alex Valverde, which gets Diaz. It's Valverde's first strikeout. And there are 2 away. Biscuits do have a righty getting loose. That'll be the next man on once Valverde is done. And it's Tyler Freeze at the plate, F-R-I-I-S, who takes low for a ball. And Freeze is out of Auburn, Washington. It's just northeast of Tacoma. He's a former 21st round draft choice by the Brewers in 2017 out of Indiana State. Go Sycamores. It's the alma mater of the great Larry Bird and the Bionic Man. That would be a guy by the name of Tommy John. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And Tommy John was a pitcher. And in 1974, he suffered a potentially career-ending injury when he tore his ulnar collateral ligament, or the UCL. That was in a game against the Montreal Expos when Tommy John was pitching for the Dodgers. That one's high. 2-1. And the Dodger physician at the time was a guy by the name of Dr. Frank Jobe. And he was the one who performed ligament replacement surgery on Tommy John later that year. 2-1 pitch. Fastball in there at 95, and it's 2-2. Tommy John missed the 1975 season recovering from surgery, but became the first pitcher to successfully return to baseball following that surgery. So really, it should be called the Frank Jobe surgery, right? As that pitch is down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes, but Tommy John surgery, of course, has since become a common procedure among baseball pitchers, with 1 out of 7 major league pitchers having received it at some point during their careers, and that was back in 2012. Imagine what it is now. Here comes the payoff from Valverde. And it's inside, ball 4. It kicks away from Ford Proctor as well. That's a 2-out walk, and the bases are loaded again. And is that going to be it for Alex Valverde? Biscuits manager Morgan Ensberg looks like he's going to come out there. And he does. He's going to go get the ball. And we will tell you about the new guy as we step aside. Don't go anywhere, though. This one's getting interesting. Biscuits still up 7-2, but the Shuckers have the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Jordan Brink is the next man out of the pen for the Biscuits. Feels like we're at a Crimson Tide football game with that song bringing us back. Bases loaded. Bryce Terang at the plate. Right to left. First one is in there at the bottom of the zone at 95 for strike 1. Jordan Brink, who is out of Fresno, California, has had a very good start to the season. He's 0-0 with a 2.31 ERA for the Biscuits. And tonight is his 7th relief appearance. In a high leverage spot, bases packed. The 0-1 is cut on and missed at 96. And Brink is 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Alex Valverde, not a final line, but he goes an inning and 2/3 tonight. 4 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and a strikeout. And now Brink's 0-2 to Bryce Terang. Swing, and there's a hot smash past the diving Palomaki at shortstop and into left center field for a base hit. It's juggled out there by Cal Stevenson, and 2 more runs are in for the Shuckers now on the 2-out, 2-run single by Bryce Terang. And it's now 7-4 in favor of the Biscuits. So this one is not in the bag quite yet. Shuckers making some noise again. They scored 4 runs in the first inning yesterday. They have 4 more here in the 7th inning tonight. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Jamie Westbrook, who takes almost in his ear ball 1. So both of those runs will be charged to Alex Valverde, who has allowed all 4 of those runs this inning. And there are some very low-hanging clouds that have made their way inside Riverwalk Stadium. Almost a thick fog here as Brink misfires outside, and now it's 2-0. That could make fly balls a bit more difficult to see, though. It's all because of that rain delay. As we go past 10 o'clock now. The 2-0 pitch. It's low. 3 balls and no strikes now to Jamie Westbrook, who is the 9th batter of the inning for the Biloxi Shuckers. Bryce Terang is at first. Tyler Freeze is at second. 3-0. Westbrook takes all the way, and it's in there at the knees for a strike. Brink comes set. And now here comes his 3-1 pitch. He throws a dart on the outside corner, 3-2. That pitch at 96 miles per hour. This is the big one, though. 2 outs, top of the 7th, runners at first and second, fog thickening, and the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, Brink blew it by him at 94. Biscuits needed that one. They bend but don't break. Shuckers score 4, but as we get up and stretch, the Biscuits still lead at 7-4 here on the Biscuits Radio Network. Bottom of the 7th here at Riverwalk Stadium, where we're at a baseball game, but it feels like a football game as Jonathan Aranda stands in and takes ball 1 high from Cam Beckman. Nope, Cody Beckman. Biscuits lead at 7-4. The pitch is spiked in there. 2 balls and no strikes. This fog, though, is something that I don't know if I've seen in my 5 years here in the capital city. At least not during a Biscuits game. It is intensifying, though, as the 2-0 is a curveball that nicks the outer edge. First strike 1. Well, some more news from Major League Baseball today. The 2-1 pitch is low with the fastball, 3-1. This happened yesterday. Major League Baseball banned 4 minor league pitchers for using foreign substances to doctor baseballs. Nobody in the Rays organization, thankfully. 3-1 is high for ball 4, so Aranda's on with the leadoff walk to begin the bottom of the 7th. Only the 3rd walk issued to Biscuit batters tonight.
First pitch number 19, Seaver.
And apparently one of the substances that pitchers in the minors have been using involves some combination of sunscreen and rosin, as in rosin bag. Well, you can't do that. Here's Seaver Whalen, and that one is bounced in, ball one. Also, the Cleveland Indians announced earlier today that they are narrowing and vetting the final list of new team names for their club. Because remember, they're not going to be the Cleveland Indians for very much longer. They've started vetting names for legal purposes, as the 1-0 is too high, 2 balls and no strikes. The team announced in December that it was changing its name for the first time since 1915. As Nick Childs, the Biloxi pitching coach, jogs out to the mound for a word with Cody Beckman. And that decision came as part of a national movement to remove and replace prejudicial names and symbols. We saw what happened to the Washington football team, no longer called their previous name. I don't know if they've decided on something new. My thinking is they might just keep it as the Washington football team, WFT. But after announcing in December that the Indians were changing their name, the team began meeting with groups of fans in February. And earlier today, they revealed that after several brainstorming sessions that also included community leaders, local influencers, and staff members, that nearly 1,200 potential names were aggregated. 1,200. So they have quite a few to choose from. Here comes Beckman's next pickoff move to first, but Aranda lunges back safely. And it's not known how many names are being given final consideration for what will be the team's new identity, as Whalen waves at this one, 2-1. But among the more popular names being pushed by fans on social media are you ready? The Cleveland Spiders, the Cleveland Guardians, and the Cleveland Avengers. 2-1 pitch. Swing, and that one is smoked into the left center field gap, and that's trouble. It's going to go all the way to the wall as it beats center fielder Mitch Longo. Aranda will come all the way around from first and score, and Seaver Whalen delivers an RBI double to give the Biscuits a little bit more breathing room here in the 7th. They're now up 8-4 on the Shuckers. And Whalen is now 3 for 4 tonight. That's his 13th RBI of the season, and boy, did he rock that pitch. And the Biscuits are back up by 4. I mean, Guardians I kind of like, but then I hear Avengers right after it, and I'm thinking all these people are doing is watching those Marvel movies and applying it to a possible name change to the baseball team in Cleveland. Here's Jim Haley. There's a strike. 0-1. It's too bad that Lakers is already taken. Of course, it doesn't make any sense that a team in Los Angeles is called the Lakers, but they moved from Minneapolis, where it does make sense. The pitch, swing at a dribbler foul to the left, 0-2. I kind of like Spiders, though, because that's what the Cleveland baseball team was called between 1887 and 1899. The Cleveland Spiders. As Haley grounds a base hit into right off the end of the bat. Here comes Whalen, and it gets by Chad Spanberger. Haley's off to the races. He goes to third. He'll hold it right there. He wanted to come home, but Morgan Ensberg showed him the stop sign. And Jim Haley will have himself an RBI single plus the error by Chad Spanberger. Oh, man, Haley wanted it, though. Not that it would have been an inside-the-park home run. But Haley already has one of those for the Biscuits, and it came in 2019. He, in fact, has the most recent inside-the-park home run. Biscuits get another run, though. They're now up 9-4 here in the bottom of the seventh. Another RBI for Haley. It's his second. It's also his third hit. He's 3 for 3 with those 3 knocks and a walk. And now here's Kaleo Johnson with the infield in. The pitch. Too high. Ball 1. Yeah, the Cleveland Spiders. Why not? They competed at the major league level from 87 to 99. That's in the 1800s. 1-0. Curveball, good for a strike. 1-1. In their first 2 seasons, they were a member of the now defunct American Association, but then followed that up by playing 11 seasons as the Spiders in the National League. The 1-1, swing and a bouncer inside the Biscuit dugout. Nice pick over there by Faustino Carrera, who has one leg up on the stairs there. Nice barehanded pluck by last night's starting pitcher. Johnson looking for his first hit on the 1-2. And it's a little low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And you know, before they were the Cleveland Spiders, they were called the Cleveland Forest Cities and the Cleveland Blues. I'm not sure any of those are going to fly, or either of those. 2-2 pitch is low, 3-2. But the name Spiders itself emerged early in the team's inaugural National League season of 1889. And apparently the new black and gray uniforms and the skinny, long-limbed look of many players evoked the image of spiders. 3-2. Curveball called strike 3. A very delayed punch out by home plate umpire Dexter Kelly.
Number 3, Jake Palomaki.
Third strikeout for Kaleo Johnson tonight. He is 0 for 4. And next up is the number 9 hitter, Jake Palomaki. That would be my vote, though. Make him the Cleveland Spiders. But I also kind of like Guardians, too. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That one broke in. And folks, I think we are going to be playing over 3 hours yet again, if we haven't already. And we're in the 7th. 9-4 Biscuits. The pitch is a curve. That dots the outer rail, and it's 0-2 to the Biscuits' switch-hitting shortstop, who's had a very good night tonight. A 2-run single in the 2nd inning, an RBI single in the 3rd inning. He's 2 for 3 with those hits and a strikeout. Haley's at 3rd. Here comes Beckman with a swing and a ball slashed foul off the screen in front of the Biscuits' dugout. Third base side. I don't know. You can write us in if you want. biscuitsbroadcast@gmail.com. If you had your druthers, what would you rename the Cleveland baseball team to? The 0-2 pitch. Curveball fades away. And it's 1-2. Why not just call them the Cleveland baseball team? The CBT. After the WFT in Washington. The pitch is in the dirt. 2-2. I mean, that's how a lot of these European soccer teams do it. Manchester United, Real Madrid, FC Barcelona. You could call them BT Cleveland, baseball team Cleveland. There we go. 2-2. Curveball is cut on and missed, and Palomaki is out, number 2. Second strikeout for Beckman.
Left fielder number 5, Garrett Whitley.
And now it's Garrett Whitley's turn. I think I may have said that there were 2 outs after Kaleo Johnson's strikeout, but that wasn't true. And now here comes Mike Guerrero, Shuckers manager. To extend this game a little longer, he'll make a pitching change. Biscuits lead 9-4 as we go to this break. New pitcher on for the Shuckers. As we keep it right here in the bottom of the 7th, with the Biscuits up 9-4, is the right-hander Zach Venero. 6'6", 220, a 25-year-old right-hander out of New Hartford, New York. Played his college ball at Mount Olive in North Carolina. Runner at third is Jim Haley, and Garrett Whitley watches strike 1 as it's slung in there by Venero. Venero this season for Biloxi, 0-0 with a 2.79 ERA. This is his 10th appearance of the year. His 0-1 is a little low. He has kind of a long delivery, Zach Venero. And he was the one who gave up the go-ahead game-winning grand slam on Tuesday night to Ford Proctor. And the Biscuits' 5-2 series opening win. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Whitley chases the high heat. 96 from Zach Venero. Still only in the bottom of the 7th. If you can believe that, it is 10:22 p.m. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, and there's a ground ball hit to third, and it's somehow scooped there by Cam Devaney. He gets up, straightens, and throws out Whitley, but that ball was smoked. But it's a 5-3 ground out. Venero does his job. He gets a pick-me-up from his defense. But the Biscuits scored 2 more. Seaver Whalen's RBI double and Jim Haley's RBI single have Montgomery up 9-4 as we go to the 8th. We are on to the 8th, where it's now the Biscuits 9 and the Shuckers 4. Jordan Brink back out on the hill, and his first pitch to Lucas Ursig, the cleanup man, finds its way over the inside corner for strike 1. Chris Adams-Wall still with you. Fog still settling in, although well, looks like some of it has dissipated. Right to left, the 0-1 from Jordan Brink is off the mark. 1-1. Michael Killer Kelly and Doug Strout are still back in studio, I think. It's been a long night. We had the rain delay earlier. It's now 10:25 here in the top of the 8th. And Killer just said something in my ear. Killer says, we're out of here. Ursig
We're going to win.
that off. They're probably going to Whataburger now.
That sounds good.
Yeah. It does sound good.
They got one in Clanton.
Yeah, true. Well, they got one in Montgomery now, too. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lucas Ursig. The pitch. Down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, don't forget that we have Game 4 of this 6-game series. That'll be tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. Central Time. As the 2-2 from Brink to Ursig is swung on and hit high and deep to right. Back at the wall goes Mastroboni, and he has just enough room to make the catch in front of the U.S. food sign.
Designated number 15, Peyton Henry.
That one had a shot, but Ursig did not get quite enough of it. So there's one away, and now it's Peyton Henry. Tomorrow, we will have our Chicken and Baker bobblehead giveaway presented by Capital Trailways. Who doesn't want a bobblehead? Who doesn't want a Chicken and Baker bobblehead? Big Mo's new two best friends. Henry swung and missed at the first one, so it's 0-1. On Saturday night, it will be 90s night here at Riverwalk Stadium with a Max fireworks show after the game. The pitch is low, and now it's a ball and a strike. That'll be a 6:05 p.m. start. And then on Sunday, we have a Rays Day poster giveaway with Little Crumbs Kids Club presented by Go Fish Alabama and Bark in the Park. As this one is launched into the gap in right center, but there's Miles Mastroboni. He jumps up and makes the catch just over his head. It looked a little awkward out there, but Mastro hauls it in. And there are two gone. Good play out there by Mastroboni. So, because it's Bark in the Park, make sure to bring your therapy alpaca named Chicken Noodle, if you have one. Someone had one of those at Trustmark Park in Mississippi last series. A therapy alpaca named Chicken Noodle. Still no word on whether or not an alpaca rather, barks. 2 outs, nobody on, 9-4 Biscuits in the 8th. And the 1-0 to Chad Spanberger is swung on and drilled to deep right, and this ball is off the very top of the wall. Mastroboni plays the carom. He'll throw into the shortstop, Jake Palomaki, and it's a 2-out double for Spanberger here in the 8th. That one almost got out.
Third baseman 33, Cam Devaney.
And now it's Cam Devaney. Right-handed hitting third baseman. Knocked in the first Shuckers run of the night last inning. As Brink finds the zone with strike one at 86. That was a sac fly by Devaney to make it 7-1. It is now 9-4. Runner at second is Spanberger. Here comes Brink's 0-1. And he misses high and tight. If you're just joining us, the Biscuits scored 6 runs in the bottom of the second. The cherry on top was Cal Stevenson's 10-pitch at-bat against Shuckers starter Leo Crawford, which resulted in Stevenson launching his 3rd home run of the season, a 3-run shot. As Devaney swings through that one, and it's 1-2. Biscuits then got one more in the 3rd, and Shane Boz, their starter tonight, was sensational. 5 scoreless, 3 hits, no walks, 8 strikeouts. He retired 11 in a row at one point. The 1-2 Swing, and this ball is hit a long way to deep center. Back goes Stevenson at the wall, and he has room to make the catch on the warning track. We go to the bottom of the 8th back here at Riverwalk Stadium, where it's 9-4 Biscuits. And Zach Venero's still out on the hill for the Shuckers. It is Miles Mastroboni at the dish for the Biscuits. 1 for 4 with a double as he awaits the first one. And that one is up and away, ball 1. Well, some really frightening news out of Durham tonight. Venero coming to the plate with the 1-0, and that one's inside. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes. The Durham Bulls posted this on Facebook a little while ago. They said tonight's game was suspended in the 8th inning after Bulls pitcher and former Biscuits reliever Tyler Zombro was hit by a batted ball. Please keep Tyler in your prayers tonight. The 2-0 pitch. There's a strike, 2-1, and apparently Zombro was hit in the head with a line drive tonight. And again, please keep Tyler and his family in your thoughts and prayers tonight. What a scary moment for the young righty. One of the best guys you'll ever meet, too, Tyler Zombro, an undrafted right-handed pitcher who was so good for the Biscuits in 2019. We hope and pray that he is okay. The 2-2. Mastroboni swings and flies one to center. On a back pedal, it's Mitch Longo, and he almost doesn't get to it.
Number 4, Cal Stevenson.
But he hauls that one in over his head. And that's out number 1. That's another aspect of the game these days, which is so scary. Just how hard the pitchers are throwing, how hard the batters are swinging. It is a little surprising that that doesn't happen more often. Here's Cal Stevenson now, and he swings through the first offering. 0-1. Biscuits now with 9 runs on 13 hits this evening. It's not the most hits they've had in any game this season, though. The pitch. Bullseye. Strike 2. No, they recorded 19 hits back on May 19th in that 16-4 win at Birmingham. That's when we thought things were really going to be turned around. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Stevenson, and there are 2 away. A strikeout for Venero. So Stevenson looks like he'll end his night 1 for 4, but the big 3-run home run in the second is the difference maker right now. That capped off a 6-run second. The 3-run homer. And now with 2 outs, here's Ford Proctor. First one to him is in there. Strike 1. Now the 0-1 pitch is cut on and missed. And it is 0-2 to Proctor, who is 1 for 4 with a single all the way back in the second. He's the one who hit the grand slam just a couple of nights ago. Venero comes set. He comes home. And that pitch is down and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the 2-strike pitch. It's low. And now it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shuckers are into the shift. 3 infielders on the right. And the 2-2 to Proctor is inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, brother. Well, almost 11:15 now here in the capital city. I'm pretty impressed with how many fans are still here in the ballpark. Biscuit diehards. The payoff. Swinging a busted bat roller to the left side. The only infielder over there was Devaney. His throw to first was a little offline, but Lucas Ursig makes the catch and tags out Proctor in the same motion. So that's a 5-3 putout. It's a 1-2-3-8 for Venero. And we go to the 9th. Biscuits 3 outs away from a 9-4 win. I think we're working on close to 3.5 hours tonight. But we're in the 9th, and the Biscuits are up 9-4 on the Biloxi Shuckers, who are at the dish against Jordan Brink. Back out there, needing 3 more outs for a Biscuits dub. And the first pitch to Mitch Longo is fouled back. He's the left-handed hitting number 8 batter and center fielder. He's had a good night, 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI single. Brink coming at him with an 0-1 pitch. That one just grabbed the corner. 0-2 on the 84-mile-per-hour changeup. And now the 2-strike pitch. Swinging a jam job looper the other way. That will go foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Swing and another jam job bouncer into left field, a base hit. Palomaki chased after it at shortstop, but that one finds a way into left. And so it's a leadoff single for Mitch Longo here in the top of the 9th. This may not surprise you, but there will be no postgame show tonight. 11:15 though. And Brent Diaz at the plate. First pitch to him is a little low, ball 1. Well, one thing that we have not talked about yet is the fact that today is the anniversary of Casey at the bat. It wasn't a real occurrence. The 1-0. Swing and a ground ball smacked down the left field line, and that is into the corner off the bat of Diaz. Going all the way to third is Mitch Longo. And Brent Diaz is into second with a double. So the Shuckers have their first 2 batters aboard to begin the 9th. Biscuits still lead at 9-4. And here comes Doc Watson, the Biscuits pitching coach, to the mound. But today was the day that the poem, whose full name is Casey at the Bat, a Ballad of the Republic, sung in the year 1888. And it was first published anonymously in the San Francisco Examiner on June 3rd, 1888. I beg your pardon. So, you know, just 133 years ago. And it was written by Ernest Lawrence Thayer, who published it under the pen name Finn. Phin, based on Thayer's college nickname, Finney, also starting with PH. And it's too long a poem to read the entire thing, as Tyler Freeze takes strike one on a slider from Brink after the mound visit. But I think we can probably read the end. Maybe the last paragraph of that poem. Let's see if I have anything left in the pipes tonight. As Brink gets ready to hurl home the 0-1. Here we go. Swing and a one-hopper hit to second. It's gloved there by Aranda. His throw is to first. Longo scores, so it's 9-5, but there's the first out of the ninth. And an RBI ground out for Tyler Freeze.
Shortstop number 2, Bryce Terang.
Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the bat. It's Bryce Terang at the bat at the moment. Runner at third. The 0-1 is swung on and rolled to second again. Here comes Aranda one more time. He'll field. He'll throw to first. That'll get another run home, though. And now it's 9-6 Biscuits. RBI ground out for Bryce Terang, though. That's his third ribby tonight. So he has knocked in half of the Shuckers runs. But the Biscuits are 1 out away from a dub. And it will be up to Jamie Westbrook. The pitch just misses, dotting the inside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. Westbrook 0 for 4. Just 1 strikeout tonight. Here comes Brink with a swing and a miss. That one well off the plate. And now it's 1-1. Brink has the sign. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a half swing. Did Westbrook offer? No. 2-1. Tomorrow the Biscuits will have Michael Plasmeyer on the mound. The lefty is 0-1 with a 5.49 ERA. And he'll be matched up against fellow southpaw Nick Bennett, who is 1-0 with an ERA of 4.5. It's his second Double-A start tomorrow. Pitch. Swing, and there's a soft liner to the first baseman, Seaver Whalen, who makes the catch. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your ball game. The Biscuits win it 9-6 tonight, and they improve to 10-16. So they finally have double-digit victories, and the Shuckers fall to 11-16. The win goes to Shane Boz, so he improves to 1-4. The loss goes to Leo Crawford, who is now 1-2. And that is going to do it for all of us here at Riverwalk Stadium. Special thanks to Michael Killer Kelly and Doug Strout for sticking with me for this long Thursday night at Riverwalk Stadium. They did a great job tonight. And to you, listener, thanks so much for tuning in. But until tomorrow, my name is Chris Adams-Hall saying goodnight. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, everybody, and we will see you again tomorrow.